Alright, so I haven't made a video in a little while, but I'm going to make one today. The other day, I was at a buddy's house and I had my car aired out, and when I went to leave, my car didn't air up very much because the tank pressure was really low. So the issue there was the check valves and the viair compressors are typically pretty bad and they go out. Mine lasted about 3 years, so that's not too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and replace them. I 2-day mailed some SMC check valves, so I'm going to put those in, but also while I'm at it, I'm going to fix a lot of the wiring. My trunk setup from above isn't ugly by any means, it's just amps and a tank, so I'm going to fix all the wiring that's below it because it is a rat's nest of wiring. So I'm going to record what I do and see how that turns out. Alright, so like I said before, there's a bit of a rat's nest of wiring down there. Let me put my phone light on it so you can actually see. But that's literally a mess. So I'm going to clean a lot of that up today. I got a few things to kind of do that. I'm going to kind of show what I do. Obviously I need to change out the valves that are on the bottom of the water traps. But that's the first step, so I'm going to keep working on this. Alright, so the first thing I did was I rerouted all those air lines that you can see right there. I rerouted all those to be the lowest point in this mess of things. As you can see over there, they're coming between the battery and the compressor, but they're under all these power wires, which that's the real, one of the things I needed to do it. They were all looped around everything else before, so there's that, and now I'm going to work on all the wiring. Alright, so one of the big things I did was I put the 4 big wires that are back here. This is for the main wiring harness to the autopilot and to the first compressor. This is the wire to the second compressor. This blue wire is something on the relay for the second compressor, and the second red wire is for the underglow. So I figured that at least condensed down some of the things that aren't on the battery terminal now, so I should only have 4 wires, because there's the power to the front, then the power to my bass amp, power to my highs amp, and power to all the other accessories back here. So I did that, and then something I put on my Instagram story, but I'm probably not going to put on here, is I replaced the filters on my viair compressors. I'm going to tuck all this back together, bolt my little distribution block down. I bolted down my other relay for my second compressor, and I also thinned out my autopilot harness by a fair bit. So I got all that done. There's still a mess of underglow wiring over here, but I'm going to rip most of that out because I don't think I'm going to keep the underglow on the car. And then I get to do the check valves. Alright, so still looks like a bit of a wiring mess, but this all here is all the harness and everything for the compressors. That is the relay for the secondary compressor. That's the main harness relay. All the air lines are run right here. I need to put my dump line back in so it doesn't just dump the air into this area. I'm going to clean up a few more wires, just loose ends like this, and then I need to reconnect my amps, which that's what all the remaining power wires are. But as a whole, I'm much happier with how this looks. So, and I got both, let me get my phone light, both SMC check valves on. I did put a little too much force on this side, and if you can see the little bit of brown poking out of there, that is a deck screw that I put in just to hold the tank in place, and I'm going to put that back together right after I get the amps reconnected and go from there. Alright, so all the trunk setups wrapped back up. I actually went ahead and put the leftover wiring cover, I forget what it's called, like conduit or whatever, put that all over the upper brake light wiring. So did that. I got to clean up everything, try and start the car, and let the compressors fill, then this will be done. video, but I'm going to film this twice, so if this works, then I'm just going to use this. But right now, all I need to do is check and make sure that the tank holds air with changing over the check valves. Once I check it, then I'll be kind of good to say this is good to go. But that's all I really had to do today. I wanted to really clean up that trunk setup, which I'll go ahead and show it again. Garage door's open now. As you can see, freshly polished amp, freshly polished tank. That amp can't really do anything to make it prettier, but got that all cleaned up. And then I tucked all these under here. So there's those. So car's still under the cover, so I'm just gonna let the tank fill up and then shut her off, and that's kind of the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and come back for more.
Since you left, I've been holding on to a memory. Since you walked out that door, yeah. And you said I changed and you're so damn sick of me. You're not mine anymore. 2, 3, 4. Whoa.